Alright, let's see if my audio works. Alright, so I don't know what happened, but sorry, I was on the phone. But yeah, I was on the phone, had to talk to my dad. I didn't miss anything, you know, I'm doing the fight, whatever. Seems like the fight's lasting a little longer than normal. I did forget to use, what do you call it, the special attack that I just learned. I forgot to use it more. And to be fair, I'm not precise dodging very well. Oh, yeah, I didn't think to use some of this stuff. Burning Blade ability, Burning Fate. Okay, I didn't know about some of this stuff. Or I forgot it, I should say. Firelight, yep, heal. But yeah, I don't know why the internet went out like that. Very weird. Anyway, let's keep going, I guess. Oh yeah, also my opinion on Titan transforming is this is stupid. I mean, I guess it's just typical at this point, right? I'm not impressed by anything. But like, it's just like, alright, I guess this is as strong as you can get, right? If you're a dominant, you know, I presumably he merged with the Mother Crystal. Though they portrayed it as all he did was just eat more ether crystals, and that was it? Like, really? That's it? I ate ether crystals and I got stronger. Like, okay, sure, it makes sense, but, you know, that's it. This is starting to feel a little more like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Not as satisfying because, you know, we're not using sword. Just fireballs and fire explosions and quick time events. But, yeah. Yeah, we'll see where we go from here. Maybe I'll be able to fight that other guy. I'm way more interested in him fighting than whatever this silliness is. Yeah, this is just overly long at this point. Also, I was gonna say earlier, the sizes on us is very bizarre. Like, Titan should be way bigger than me. Like, twice as big as this. But they made him, like, smaller because they were like, wait, how are we supposed to do it if he's too small? You know? But, you know, we saw how, you know, like, we saw at the beginning of the game, like, Ifrit's not that big. He's decent size, but, like, you know, Titan, he was literally taller than a skyscraper, really. So, very weird. Oops, I actually missed a prompt. Yeah, this is more what I expected. What is this? Ether from the Mother Crystal? Wait, but we were just underground. What? Why did we just fall from the sky if we were underground? Okay, so the Moser crystal was inside of them. Okay, okay. I was gonna say, like, I was confused how that was gonna work. Oh, did he really create a fire sword? Isn't that new? That's new, right? That there's a fire sword, right? Okay. I wonder why that one guy from Woloder wanted this fight. Like, I don't understand. Of course, he used too much ether, of course. Yeah, makes sense. I kind of wish that he survived, just for no reason, kind of. Just, whatever. Just let him live for no reason. So why is he, why is this happening to him? What's this? What's the headache mean? I guess this is to represent Ultima inside of Joshua? Maybe?
Your soul is tainted with worthless human will, yet your thirst for power remains undiminished. With every sip you take, you grow in strength, and soon you shall achieve perfection.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You will accept us, Mythos. It is inevitable. You were created for this purpose, and you shall serve it.
Never!
Fight it, Clive! Don't let him in!
Consciousness. We see now. Human will is so insubstantial it cannot exist in isolation. You mitigate its weakness by interweaving it with your consciousness. We believed we had merely to purge you of your will to claim our vessel. It appears we first have to sever every thread of the consciousness that supports it. No matter. The time to build a new world is not yet upon us. We will contemplate.
Thank you, Joshua.
One can no more command the power of ether by drowning in its flood than one can constrain the tides by standing in the sea. I had thought Hugo wiser than this, but it seems his head was full of rocks after all.
Titan was strong.
Your Majesty.
Really? Odin's all the way down here?
But Mythos is stronger.
Why does he know so much? I mean, again.
5 years that man lived only for revenge.
What man?
Clinging fast to a fiction.
Oh, right. Titan.
It swept him into the abyss.
I feel like this is for appearances that Odin would be here.
Change one's nature through force of will alone. Only the Almighty can do that.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Hugo Kupka, the man who gave his life for a woman's head.
Yeah, obviously you guys are the one that cut off Benedicta's head.
Like all the rest.
I don't know why. I guess maybe Ultima told them, hey, make Clive angry so that he can be easily controlled, and so then they're just doing anything and everything that would randomly get Clive in trouble, maybe?
Oh, that the death of a Mother Crystal should be so beautiful.
Yeah, are they for or against the Mother Crystal being destroyed, I wonder? Like, how do they view that? Like, I feel like they're just making all their decisions based on prophecy, but they aren't aware that that Cid is the one who put him on his path.
I have salves, potions.
This girl's everywhere, sheesh.
Bothering me, urchin, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
Literally saying, hey, want medicine? Nah, I'll beat you up.
You must consider your health, my prince. If a show of force is needed to keep the Dalmex at bay, you may trust in your dragoons. I beg you to call on Bahamut only as a last resort. His strength comes at too great a cost.
The Empire agreed to an armistice with the Republic, and yet the Emperor still plots its ruin. For now, the Dalmex suspect nothing, and as long as I can hold their gaze, war need not be inevitable. But more than that, Bahamut is the champion of the Empire. When our people look to the heavens, the sight of him gives them hope.
Of course. He's the really pretty boy, so of course he's got to be the gay one.
Forgive me.
We are in Game of Thrones of course.
That you are my master. But alas.
I will always be your loyal servant.
So why is it that the only... Oh, no, that's right. I was going to say they're the only kiss that we've seen in the game, but no, that's right. We did see a couple other romances with the straight people. Wait, so is being gay like a problem in this world? Does anyone care about being gay? I don't know. It's not like modern, current world sensibilities would be reflected there.
Prompt the Republic to tear up their own treaty and launch a new assault. Our soldiers would advance to meet them, cutting across the Central Isles, but not in time to prevent their forces from breaching the southern defenses and storming Twinside. And so the capital would become a battlefield. Thousands of innocents would die. I cannot allow that to happen.
There is one small mercy, at least. You will not be forced to do battle with Titan.
They've already heard about Titan?
Would that I could avoid doing battle at all.
Wait, what did they hear about Titan then?
1,000 pardons, Your Highness.
Maybe they're gonna hear that Titan's dead now.
What is it?
Maybe they just assumed that he was still across the ocean. Because that's the thing, like, they say, you're not gonna battle Titan, but then, which reason? The Emperor's like, kill them all.
Has been made Emperor.
Okay.
What is the meaning of this?
My father's orders. What were they? Quickly! Yes, Your Highness. His Radiance requests that Your Highness maintain position here and...
I mean, after that last meeting that we had, it was pretty clear that he was going to become, that the kid was going to become Emperor.
Terence,
Yes, my prince.
I must go to the palace.
I'll ready your steed.
Okay, he's about to die.
What is it now?
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Forgive the intrusion, Your Highness.
Maybe he's interrupting fate with a bit of time travel. Addies.
We stand in the presence of the Phoenix. You wouldn't want to get your fingers burned.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. Though I admit, I did not expect such a distinguished guest.
How many years has it been since the Remembrance ceremony? 20?
I thought you long dead. Do I address a ghost?
Many have told me that I look like one. But no. I'm alive. Just. Prince Dion of the House Lesage, I have a tale to tell you.
Can Clive hear this tale? Why does he tell him and not Clive? Alright. Oh, so yeah, destroying the whole mountain was the Mother Crystal. Whatever. Don't think too much about it. So I think this is the point in the game when the game will get good. Like, I feel like Titan was I actually liked Titan. I just felt like in the overall story he's just the mad punch man that has like zero intelligence, even though when he was introduced and for most of the game he was quite smart. But now there's all these characters who will come up to you and say, haha, fool, you cannot avert prophecy and fate, like, and you get all that crap going on, and so those people end up making a normal smart person look like a dumbass. It's like, hey, when was the last time that you had sex, Odin or whatever? And it's like, it was Benedicta, but I guess I didn't care about her or something. Oh, what about that other kid? Oh, well, you see, I'm bi. I actually am gay, so we actually do have. I don't know. I'm just imagining the most absurd, random shit, because it's just like, when you keep track of where these people are throughout the story, it's just so weird. It's like, oh, Odin was over there, and the Phoenix was next to Bahamut, and Bahamut was just told, hey, fuck you, you're not going to become king anymore for some reason.
How are you doing?
my fortune tellers told me that my son is going to betray me, so I decided to betray him first by telling him that he wouldn't become emperor, even though I already told him he'd become emperor. That makes sense, right? That makes sense, right? Yeah.
Come again. I may have more for you.
But yeah, my assumption is that the emperor would just make you, or make him use up the Bahamut crystal inside him until he would just die, and then he doesn't have to worry about him betraying. You know, doesn't have to worry about Bahamut betraying the emperor. I guess that's my guess. So, yeah, so it seems like we're just switching to focusing on Bahamut.
Allow me to educate you. Here's the latest information I have.
Mysterious being. Main protagonist. Sidolphus. Cid's daughter. Did they actually ever say that this was Cid's daughter? Because, I mean, I remember figuring it out, but I don't know if they ever actually straight up said it. University of Canver? Alright. Also, I didn't know that Cid invented stuff in this game. I know he normally does, but we got no indication that he did in this game. So right. Quentin. She was dominant. Jill. It's funny that they put Joshua in his inner circle, considering the fact that he like they haven't met. It seems like they're not actually like I actually don't have any reason to believe that they're working together other than we're in a Japanese game and brothers would never try to kill each other in a Japanese game, pretty much. Companion, protector of Phoenix Dominant. Loyal as she is dangerous. Blade is ever at the ready for any men might mean her master ill. Heals the princess hurts. Joshua addresses her by the name of Jote or Jote, but it is unclear whether this is her true name or another pseudonym. Another pseudonym? Servant of a man who goes by the name Lord Margrace. Together they travel across the twins to an unknown end. Yeah, what are they going to say about Sir Terrence? It's just at the end, they're lovers, whatever, anyway. You will never see anything of note in the whole game after that. After this. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm just like wondering, like, am I missing something? Is this exactly what it seems like? That nothing really makes sense? It seems that way. Wait, oh right. I just saw the remarriage and I was like, wait, she was married to the Emperor before? Or no, they mean she got married again. That's all. Not married to the same person again, just married again. That's also weird. So she was in control of Rosaria in the Rosarian capital while she was the Empress. I mean, I guess that's not. No, that is weird. I was gonna say, oh, that maybe that's not too crazy. Wait, no, that is really crazy, actually. Yeah, you totally that totally makes no sense that an empress would rule a mini kingdom. Yeah, see what's going on with this medicine girl. What the heck are they doing with this character? I don't get it. I really don't know. Gareth? Who's Gareth? Wait, what? He got killed? Oh, right. Yeah, when he was saving her. Wait. Checking volume. Alright, okay, I thought I had lost internet again. Seems fine. As I was saying, just in case I was cut off, yeah, so it seems like we're focusing on Bahamut's Dominant. And then we'll go and learn more about Waloed, of course. But of course, that's the weird part. If we're learning about Bahamut's Dominant, I guess that means we're going to learn about everybody else here, right? Because, yeah, there's not much else to the story at this point. Because, yeah, we've dealt with Rosaria for the most part. And, yeah, these two are destroyed. Or, you know, severely diminished. I mean, seemingly the Dhalmekian Republic was never that big of a military power anyway. Like, they were decent, but, you know, basically it's like Waloed Empire, Dhalmekian Republic, not too bad. And then Rosaria is, like, super tiny. Like, yeah, they can defend themselves, but barely, pretty much. And, yeah, Iron Kingdom was always pretty damn weak. Situation, man? Okay, well, let's hurry up. Let's hurry up and hopefully get to the next plot point.
Clive, you're back.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more.
Well, I'll be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto. Any word on the Royalist movements since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Ah, the conquering hero returns. And with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident Physica suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waluders.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waluders must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map? The Kingdom of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. the Canvarian War of Independence in 849, the Battle of the Twin Realms in 865, the Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dhalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of ash. Yet warlike Waloed shows not the faintest interest in laying claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack of men. Tharm's armies rival any in the Twins. No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the Royalists betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to wallow in confusion. If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by keeping an eye on the Royalists' movements.
He's really throwing himself into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case. The people of the Hideaway must hear the news. Justice has been done. Hugo Kupka is dead. The wounds he left that night are still raw. Especially for those who live. Consider it the pride.
I've never known you to be sent.
What can I say?
I suppose we are.
I just don't give a fuck about this part because I feel like Hugo was entirely justified in his actions. Like, yeah, you know, I'm not hugely on Hugo's side, but we didn't actually see him doing anything bad until Benedicta got killed, and by killing Benedicta, yeah, he deserved to have revenge more than, I mean, at worst, I suppose he should have just ended with destroying their base. Like, shockingly, that's the stupid part. Look at how many people are here. Remember, the previous base got destroyed, and yet they have this many people still here? Nobody died. Like, how the heck did this old man escape a freaking invading army and Titan when he freaking punched the whole hideout to smithereens, Like, there's no indication that these people were in danger.
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kupka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. and not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him. With my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot.
My knowledge is yours. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. I have quite the find for you today.
You know, they say after the mother fell. How did the mother crystal fall? No indications about that. Kind of odd. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Nothing special.
You wish to study the tomes?
Yeah, I keep trying to think, like, is there something else to know? Not really. Yeah, I feel like I'm not really... Again, yeah, like, I feel like I'm hitting a stone wall, where it's like, oh, what's Ultima? Don't worry about it. Great.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though. Well, don't just stand there gawping. You got out else? I'll be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. Finished, are you?
Blackthorn. Do you have a...
What is it?
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to hear those words. This is it then.
try to live up to the name. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
He cracked the crystal. I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Mid might need some help tidying up.
If I don't come up with something soon. All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I was hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of three major... There's the plating, the helm over the top, and the shielding around the side.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials. Show these to Blackthorn.
This is peak busy work.
I can't make it nor tell them.
Luckily, you don't need
to. You don't need to. Don't get me wrong, like, it does feel kind of interesting to put together a machine or whatever. You know, a trinket or whatever, an invention. But generally, this is just like, come on. I'm literally gonna just go here, go there, go here, go there. Like gameplay-wise, this is all-time garbage. Now, funnily enough, the thing we're making is the Enterprise. It was in Final Fantasy XIV, if you didn't watch my 14 playthrough. They make a airship called the Enterprise with Sid. I wasn't aware that he calls it the Enterprise ever. because I played other Final Fantasy games. I didn't think that it was ever called the Enterprise, but I could be wrong. Maybe I just forgot or something. But yeah, this is very, very busy work.
Hell with it. It's the mid. This is my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. I'd spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's Teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy, though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin Otto in here, will you?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with. You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with...
I wish this happened more. Unfortunately, Gav is very boring. I feel like I know everything about the guy. Let's go, Otto.
Otto, you're with me.
All right, then.
I feel like I don't know anything about this guy.
How will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sackloads of the stuff. Might be worth hiring porters and the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down then. See if I find another wagon.
All right.
You two take care, eh? I'll go and see this supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you up.
He wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck.
I saw he was asking a question. He's Blackthorn's mate, isn't he? And then there's no answer.
So would it be?
Yeah, so enhancer. So yeah, I might as well make that. Man, that's expensive. But I suppose it's not crazy expensive or anything. Let's see.
Not bad. Yep. If I do say so myself.
And then we have. I guess there's no reason not to do that. Yeah.
Last you a good while.
Wait, diamond. Yeah, I don't have diamond armlets, right? Wait, so why is it saying that I can make... Wait. Why is it saying I can make diamond... a diamond sword? Or, I mean, it says I can... I know, it says I can upgrade a diamond sword, but I can't make a diamond sword. Okay, so I can upgrade that. Silken... Wait. Oh, but yeah, we're doing this again, yeah. Like, it keeps mentioning stuff that I don't have, that seemingly it assumes that I should have it. Whatever. Should be fine, I guess. Platinum sword. Diamond sword enhancer. Even if I had this diamond sword, it's not that much better than this one. It's mostly just good and stunning and not much more.
Anything else?
And what can I do for you? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You're rubbing me blind, you know. And be thankful you got that much.
Seems like a little bit of a waste to sell this, but upheaval is not one I use, right? Let me check. Might as well check, yeah, my points anyway. Upheaval is that one. That was what I thought. Oh yeah, that's right. I wasn't blocking as Titan at all. Wow, what a great upgrade I got there. Oh yeah, that's right. I was thinking about upgrading that one. Almost there. Yeah. Yeah. Using that. Yeah. And yes, I am spending all my money on music. Your point. Whatever.
And be thankful you got that much.
Thank you, Clive.
It's really slight. This should be fine. So normally I'd be like all about talking in the middle of all this, but like this is absurd busy work that means nothing. So and there's like no lore to talk about really either, which also sucks. Like there's no intrigue, it's just mystery that you literally can't even begin to imagine. Just like, okay, well Loader is obviously working for Ultima. I guess that's one mystery down, but like, why? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we get to a Loader and like their crystal's destroyed, but probably not.
Sorry I'm late.
I mean, it depends. Why does Ultima need my body? Is it just to destroy the world?
I reckon this is our best bet. Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his Stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
So this is Stardust. It just looked like sand to me.
You can really feel the MMO in here. Oh, great. You know, that's what we needed. Animations to grab dirt. That's the thing, like, remember, every time you think, oh, well, we needed to do something to fill in the time when we're not just fighting, right? No. First of all, no. First of all, we could have just cut this out. I mean, some of this stuff is fine. It's just really, really weird when it's like, okay, there's no reason why Clive should be doing this at all. Like Clive in particular. I mean, I suppose if this was the only time he's ever done this, that'd be one thing, but you know,
That should be enough for now.
I doubt that this will be the only time.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Much.
Here, Clive. Do you fancy a walk?
Sid will be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoilt little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. But 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Yo, give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up.
You know, what the fuck? What is this dialogue? What? Can I get out of here now? Can we go now? Can we go now? Sheesh. My gosh. Just wasting my time. So I have noticed this before where they act as if Clive was super... Oh my god, look at his nose. Look at that blur. How the fuck is this okay in a video game? Looks fine there, not good there. I don't get it. I can't imagine how anybody can justify that. Just run like this. Why would you ever run faster than this? I mean, it still blurs like shit like there, but... But yeah, they keep acting like he was like meaner than he really was. They're like, oh, he's so mad, he's so mean, he's so angry at the world or whatever, and it's like, what? No, I didn't notice it. Maybe you should have had him acting meaner. And also, like, of course he's gonna be acting mean. He was a slave for 13 years, where he wasn't allowed to voice his opinion. Wow, why is he so mean? I don't know. He's in a real bad mood.
Yeah, I do. Cheers for the Stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting...
Give us a shout if you...
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine in excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal... Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this, in other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects... Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. I'll gather my team and head there.
Good day.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
I suppose the best thing I can say right now is that if you like this game, then you'd like Final Fantasy XII and maybe Final Fantasy IX. Yeah. 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 Yeah, nothing particularly interesting about that. Well, let's see how quickly can I beat them. Okay. But Final Fantasy. It's just weird because like I feel like this isn't a Final Fantasy game at all. It's kind of reminding me of The Witcher, but The Witcher has better combat easily. Oh my gosh, are they still behind me? Yeah. The Witcher had better combat and better story because the characters were likable.
The ruins are just over there, as is the creek.
Of course.
I don't know why they're talking so weird. But yeah, like The Witcher, I guess, like they were likable because they were just. They felt like they were people who had to live in the world, and they had to even like be concerned about, you know, just simply eating or something, you know.
Time to go.
Like these characters in this game don't really feel that lived in, really.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts?
I thought that I had to use 100 to like unlock the next level of stuff, but it seems not to be true. I think I'm gonna have to look up what these are, because I don't want to waste stuff, especially since I don't do side quests in this game. Because why would I? Imagine if I was doing every side. That's the thing. The way I do stuff, it's either every side quest or basically none of them. So, you know, it's fallen to be none of them because the combat's hilariously easy. And, you know, I said hilariously easy, depressingly easy. I mean, I'm like, it's not even funny how easy the combat is. Just like, man, it's weird.
Mid. Helen has recovered the material for the helm.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze, which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they're both too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. I need something light.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge...
Mithril.
Terms. I've got all the Can you take this?
Mithril. I already know it's Mithril.
Right away.
But, I don't know. We'll see. Wow. Totally not busy work. But, yeah, what was I gonna say? Darn it. What was I gonna say? Oh, so the reason why the combat is so easy is that this feels... The combat largely ends up feeling like Dark Souls. However, Dark Souls is a contradiction. It's a really hard game, yet you have a ton of tools to make it easier. Which just goes to show you that considering how hard it is, you can make it really easy if you really master how the game works. So, in this game, they've given you very similar tools as in Dark Souls, but the enemies aren't like Dark Souls enemies and will take off half your health. and they've given you all of these skills to just that are on cooldowns. Like they're all powerful skills that don't require magic, and they're on cooldowns, so at worst you can just run around and wait for them to recharge. But like I haven't even had to do that much, which says quite a bit. Like I was expecting to have to run around and recharge my abilities pretty regularly, but yeah, instead I've been just keep attacking. Oh, now my next OP ability is charged. Use my OP ability. Like there's really nothing more to it. Let's see. Oh yeah. I was thinking about, yeah, that'd be a lot though. Same with that one. Yeah, like I can't really justify the increases here. I mean, I'm sure it's good though. Okay, what's this? Yeah, there's just stronger version. Like I'm sure that one's good, but yeah, but meh. Wow, so they actually tell you that if you block an attack with Raging Fist, which is to say, if you attack somebody with the Raging Fists when they're attacking, then it will reduce the ability's cooldown and increase the attack power. Oh yeah, I haven't been tapping the execute button, the button to attack. It's just like Garuda's claws. Oh, okay, it's been doing that part, but then they don't do the or okay, then maybe that's what's going on there. Oh, okay, if timed precisely, the first strike can block an incoming attack. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy powerful. And then an upgrade will just improve that damage. Yeah, there's like no reason not to do that one. Mastering, yeah, adds it to any enemy, or adds it to anyone else. Oh yeah, that's right. But yeah, I shouldn't need it, right? What does this one do? Yeah, the farther you attack from, the more damage it does. But yeah, like, you saw me using lunge in this game, like, lunge, because it's like, okay, I mean, I guess it's just weirdly powerful. I'm not even sure if I should use this that often. What's extend trigger window even mean? It's really weird when I read some of these and it's like, oh yeah, it doesn't increase their offensive power at all. Like what? Oh. Wait, what about? So. Okay. Wait, and this one just does the mastery assigned to any icon. Okay. Yeah, for now, I think just doing this would be good, actually. Right? Yeah, sure. Seems cheap. It's just more powerful, but no, it's fine. That should be good for a long while. Like at this point, I feel like I could just forget the ability system until I have literally thousands to drop on either Bahamut, if it happens if I get him way earlier than I'm expecting, or more likely Judgment Bolt? Probably Judgment Bolt.
Shielding for a mithril engine? What
Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moondew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection it requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
So, Clive, who will accompany you on...
All right. So, what are we fetching?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic? Conch shells? Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moondews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research. Where's Talia?
There's talk that the glass gate flooded.
Keep them pilgers nice and chill.
Need to stock up on these.
There you are, Talia.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts? Meet me by the gate when you've got them.
And what can I do for you? Thank you. I'll be here if you need me.
Buy, sell, or be gone. If that's what you want.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford that price?
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. I trust it's all here. Ah, yes. You're always welcome
That
here
should do
in
it.
Lostwing.
Hopefully Talia's finished too.
Well, did you...
I did.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting. But we're not in too much of a rush, are we? Quick chat. Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire. No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya,
For what?
for everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Do you think I'd stick around if I thought it wasn't? But in the spirit of sharing and caring, you're appreciated too, by all of us.
You know, I prefer this over another scene of him and Jill going, "Oh man, we've known each other a long time. Yeah."
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tone. I'll meet you back at the hideout. Right. I heard you the first time.
So this scene and the previous one were like awkward silence for 5 minutes. All right then, let's go back. It's just like really, guys? You couldn't think of a better way to do that? It's like, yeah, you know, we understand each other on a spiritual level. We can just sit next to each other and not speak, and you know, and it's like, yeah, we understand each other. All right, okay, totally not creepy at all. No problem, no problem.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
It seems like this is the end of this part. We just do this, then we talk to Mid, and then we go to the grave, and then she cries or whatever, and then I don't think I'll be able to do anymore. Yeah, I won't be able to do more. Yeah, I'm already running short on time.
How's work on the shielding progressing up?
Well, very well indeed. I was just explaining to Taya how we might best go about preparing the moon dew, and now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary?
Of course.
Oh, and Clive. It was good to talk. We should do it again sometime.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
So every so often I get the thought in my mind about how this game is inferior in every way to Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, the entire battle system is inferior in every way. In every way. And I can't give this game any credit on the battle system when you have 7 Remake just sitting there, a perfect fucking masterpiece, in which you can play as multiple characters. I almost feel like maybe they made only one character be playable in this game, specifically because they were like, oh, it'll be simple that way. It won't, it won't overcomplicate the production of the game. And, you know, people already can play as multiple characters in 7 Remake. I feel like 7 Remake is an excuse to just have a game where we just have one guy do all this. But it's like, it's stupid when you just put all this guy to use all the summons like this, you know? Well, all the icons like this. Let's see what she says.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is...
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking. Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off, my gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. Astrix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
I might still be able to catch her.
Well, then why did she say she'd come? What's the point of her saying she'd come if there is no other thing? You know? She literally could say, I'm not gonna go then. Or, she's the one that brought it up! I didn't even bring it up.
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obolus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Cid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Cid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Cid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say... But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kupka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the Lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass, and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things, and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Also, a slight death lag, but alright.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protégé's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
I also don't know why they really emphasize the outlaw part. Like, they're not... I mean... Like, why is he specifically an outlaw? It's just... Yeah, he's an outlaw, but, like... Anybody can be an outlaw. Like, there's nothing special about it. Maybe there's, like, a word that we're missing. Like, that emphasizes that he's wanted throughout the world. Like he's infamous or something? I don't know. Okay, so... Yeah, we'll just look at this. Yeah, we didn't go very far. I didn't expect the freaking world's longest side quest. Well, okay, maybe it's not the world's longest, but that's, you know, one of the longest side quests in the game to just completely railroad me for like an hour and a half or something. Alright. Alright.
Better. Thanks to Tayo.
I do like this sword. It's just generic white, but still. So is it on the same map as before? Yep. Okay. Yeah. Figured, but, you know. So I've been kind of dreading, like, I hope that, or like dreading that we won't see a good city here in the game.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt that we're the only outlaws on the trail today.
That's my cat, don't worry about that noise. Yeah, it really seems like, we'll see, we'll see. Like, once we get over this little area here, I feel like we'll be able to see the crystal for the, twins, or what is it called? No, the twins is the two continents. The, I don't need these. Not the twins, the Strait? Is it called the Strait? I don't remember. Oh, great.
How nice. They have a hideaway of their own, and if you ever want to see it again, you will.
Yeah, that was a fun fight. Didn't you guys have fun looking at these visuals? Alright. Just kind of wondering where they're putting my points. Yeah, just kind of everything's getting 2 or 3 points. Except for HP 50. Oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta make sure we do this. Okay, so wait, I want to go look at those guys again. I do feel like I should be doing this a little more. Like, it's literally sometimes maybe not even out of the way. Or like maybe 5 minutes out of the way, maybe not even that much.
Really?
Trouble ahead, yeah.
I take it there's danger.
What about this fearsome look? No doubt.
Yeah, he can beat him.
Well met, friend. How does it know them, man? He sent my brothers what we met.
Right. Going.
Well,
Like, why are we getting, like, some detailed explanation about a cart getting broken down?
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Uh-huh. Oh, there it is.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we found ourselves the right man for the job.
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about.
They sound suspicious as hell.
It's been a pleasure.
There's no need to be so rude.
Yeah, piss off? What do you mean?
Want his help again next time.
Yeah, really? Like, I fucking killed 10 guys for you that you were too scared to deal with, and the reaction is piss off? Really? Piss off? Oh, right? I'd have the mind to just start stepping on all these cabbages.
Thought the bastards would have eaten a lot by now.
We won't be going.
I mean, it seems like they're just thieves themselves. But I don't know. I don't know.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least.
What's going on?
The path continues on the other side.
This just looks like I'm about to be ambushed any second. Like, why are we here? What's this? It's just a random ruin? That's it? Oh, great. Yeah, I fight them. They will give a decent amount of experience, actually. Yeah, that was, yeah, good amount of experience. But yeah, I have to remember to switch to Titan every time I'm done with the battle. Yeah, that block was really cool looking, but yeah, the timing on the block is an issue for sure. But, you know, not horrible. Just, you know, it's rewarding, I would say, for sure. Oh, so here's the hole. Oh, so it's not too deep of a hole. The final sin. Sheesh, man.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined.
Oh?
I remember being captivated by the story.
The Fallen detonated a nuke here?
Man was overcome by avarice. Challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
The gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
I don't like that we get lore like this now. Dominance and bears?
To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominants and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greagor, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant.
I wonder how they justify that. I still can't understand that.
Continue to serve your emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch!
Like, he could just semi-prime or prime and they're dead. Very odd.
All else is heresy.
Not like, oh no, I don't want to kill my dad, I guess. I guess.
This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion, for a base-born child.
I just realized that he knows that Joshua's still alive. I'm really confused how she views anything. Like yeah, plenty of it is like she's just a generic noblewoman who's like, I'm superior to everybody. Though I still don't quite understand why she thought she was superior to Rosaria's king. We'll see what happens here. We'll see.
To be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
No, go on. What's going on? Because, like, okay, so she knows that he was just... they acted like he was royalty because he had Bahamut, I guess. But then, I guess maybe he was a bastard kid.
We just need to hug the coast.
But yeah, like, maybe he was a bastard and that's why... Basic logic. It's like, well, because Bahamut definitely should be staying in the royal line. Therefore, if somebody is apparently base-born, you know, whatever, common-born, then that would mean that they were a bastard. But it makes you wonder. It's like, wait, how did the whole Empire's family even work?
No, his radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester
Oh, great.
everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly motivated. But he's not exactly waiting for the siege to end.
Wait, so is the city to our south then? Is that what that means? Yeah, okay. Well, it's weird because technically we're over here now. Just ignore that. Yeah, okay. There was a good amount of distance there. Ah, there we go. There's the city. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this is kind of... Well, the city's a lot closer, though, than I would have expected. Like, oh, yeah, okay, that doesn't make sense, though. Okay. Because of how distances work here. Like, I keep thinking that this must be, like, 50 miles. And it's like, nah, it's 5 miles. It's like, if that's 5 miles, then that would mean that, like, this entire length is, like, 40 miles. Which seems accurate, given how much I've run around. So how are we not seeing the crystal from here then? I mean, it should just be just like right there. Maybe it's just not as big as we thought. So yeah, I keep getting very confused. Actually, let me see this, because I can go south actually. I keep getting confused about how the Empire views itself when they're like, oh, we're gonna conquer the world, and it's like, what about literally the crystal you lost?
If the siege breaks, they'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
Yeah, why are they stopping people from entering the city? Like the war is over, or I mean, technically, it should be. You would think, considering how this is a merchant city, that they'd have some of these roads, some of the most prominent roads, I should say, like paved or bricked, brick roads or whatever. Look how bad this road is. So bad. Look, look, so bumpy. Like, oh great. That must be fun. So, yeah, interesting. So I guess Ultima is probably the gods that the Fallen fought, presumably. Unless...
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
Yeah, unless... the Fallen is Ultima, or Ultima is part of the Fallen. I suppose that makes just as much sense, really. That probably actually makes the most sense. Wait, so I'm still confused about how the water works here, because, like, it doesn't look that deep there. I guess it's just, like, a perspective thing. But still, it shows that one edge of it is infected by the blight, but we can't really see that at all. So that's kind of weird. Then again, what the fuck does the blight look like in a desert, right? Like, what the heck would that... How would that be affected?
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
What do you think, girl?
Looks like that's about it. Oh! Teleport. I didn't even notice it. Okay, I think I better... Let me see. It's kind of weird how much other paths there are. But then again, there's supposed to be another time skip, so... I mean, to be fair, I think that time skip's going to be like at the 80% part of the game. So it's not like it's going to be super soon or anything, but still. I mean, it's a market, but I mean, it's just a road, man. It's not like a major market. Like a tourist trap or something. Or no, before the tourist trap, I should say.
How much for a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. They are more than welcome to...
You're in a desert, dumbass. Good luck finding good food. Crust of bread. Looked more than crust, but okay. Flatbread, I'll admit.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect.
Oh, they call it unlawful and illegitimate?
Inside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go in and find Good, shall we?
All right.
He must be around here somewhere.
Taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
Alright, this is a good part to stop at. Didn't make as much progress as I was expecting, but, you know, there were some random technical issues here and there. At least we didn't get stalled too badly in this giant desert. I was expecting to really be annoyed here. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Yeah. See you guys tomorrow. Just typical day as far as I know. Maybe I'll have an early stream, maybe not. But yep. Thanks for watching. See you next time.